Hello everyone, my name's Lucy O'Brien and I'll be guiding you through this gentle flow today. So today's flow is called Mindful for Mental Health. It is Queensland Mental Health Week this week. Queensland Mental Health Week this week, second week of October, and a really important week for us to acknowledge, a really important cause for us to acknowledge, and that is the importance of mental health. So something that is really dear to my heart, this cause is not having experienced severe mental health problems myself, but having loved ones dear to me who struggle every day with their mental health. I've met so many beautiful people in the yoga community and beyond who are also struggling with their mental health, and have found that the yoga practice and the practice of meditation and mindfulness do give them a sense of grounding, a sense of community, of coming together. Sometimes it's a relief from their struggles, it's a calming, it's an escape. It can really benefit a whole range of people in different ways. So on Alive Yogi, we've got some Live-In apparel which we're repping for our flows this week. I'll come a little closer so you can see. It says Live-In, it ain't weak to speak. And Live-In are an incredible organization who are breaking down the stigma around mental health. So you should jump on over and check out their website. Their Instagram is at livinorg, Livinorg. And you can see lots of inspirational stories on there and hear about how they are breaking down the stigma around mental health. So let's flow today. Let's move through a gentle practice, get the body moving, stimulate some endorphins, create some space in the mind as well. So this class here is an opportunity for you to move your body, but also to stop whenever you need to find stillness. Just an opportunity to really listen to your body, see where you're at today, and just be really mindful. Let's move mindfully today and notice when we may need to push a little harder or when we may need to pull back. And hopefully we can find some sort of balance there on the mat, which will enable us to go on into our day feeling a little lighter perhaps in the body and the mind. And then maybe we're able to lift someone else up too with the positive energy that we built through this class today. So thank you so much for joining me, and let's get started by coming down into child pose. So find your favorite variation of this pose, whether that's hands out in front or down by your sides. And taking a couple of deep breaths all the way down into the belly, and then all the way back out. The breath is one of the most valuable tools we have in our toolkit, not just on the mat but off the mat as well. The more connected we become to our breath, the more we're able to have a little bit of control, a little bit more control over the mind. So you'll notice perhaps someone said to you, if you've been feeling upset or angry about something, someone said to you, come on, just take 3 deep breaths. There's a reason for that. If we're able to take deep breaths, we're able to start to calm the mind. And then we're able to see things a little more rationally, a little more clearly, as opposed to holding the breath and staying in that thought pattern of stress and panic that you may have been in. Next inhale, let's come up into all fours. So we'll take the hands beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips. Let's take a nice deep breath in, arch through the spine, take your gaze, your tailbone high. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, push the earth away, tuck the chin into the chest. Come again, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, come again. Exhale. 2 more rounds, follow your breath. Exhale. Last round. Exhale. Let's walk the hands all the way forward, sink the heart space down. Anahatasana, heart melting pose. So you may leave your hands resting where they are, or you could ground them into the mat or the earth and draw the earth back toward the body. So just notice where you feel this in the body this morning. Maybe it's in the upper back door to the heart space. Maybe the upper arms, the shoulders, you can really feel this. Let's start to walk the hands back toward the body. And then on the inhale, breathe the right hand up toward the sky. As you exhale, come on down as though you're threading the needle. Reach through. And then on the inhale, reach back up. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Let's thread the needle this time. So allow the head, the shoulder to ground. The left hand could stay grounded. It might reach up toward the sky. You could even come into a half bind by bending the elbow, taking the back of the hand to the sacrum or the hip. A couple of deep breaths here. Let's ground the left hand. Use that to support you as you come up. Breathe the right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, lower it on down. Let's come through one round of cat-cow. So a nice deep breath in, arch through the spine, gaze high. Exhale, round the spine, let it go. Back to a neutral spine. Inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, come on down as though you're threading the needle, reach through. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, thread on through. Ground the left shoulder, the head. Right hand is grounding, reaching up to the sky. Come into a half bind, back of the hand to the sacrum or the hip. And then let's ground that right hand. Inhale, breathe the left hand to the sky. Exhale, lower it on down. Let's tuck the toes, lift up into downward facing dog. So the feet are hip distance apart here, hands are shoulder width apart. You might be pedaling it out, bending one knee and then the other. You might find stillness right away. It's totally up to you how you modify each of the postures in this practice to make it your practice today. So this time here on the mat, this 45 minutes, it's a time just for you. So we let go of comparing ourselves, and that could be comparing yourself to where you were in your practice last time you were on the mat, or where you'd like to be, or the yoga people that you see on Instagram, or whatever it may be. Let's let go of all of that stuff and just acknowledge yourself for rolling out the mat today and showing up, for creating this space and time in your day to start to fill your own cup, which is so important. Bend into the knees from here, gaze between the hands, and step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, the spine goes long. Exhale, fold on forward. Inhale, brush and reach your hands, lift them to the sky. Exhale, draw them into the heart. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, open the arms to the left-hand side. Keep your hips square to the front. And then inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, fold on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground your hands, step or float the feet. Let's move through a flow together. So we'll ground the knees for the first round. Untuck the toes. Exhale, come on down, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades in toward one another. Exhale, tuck the toes. Let's journey back, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky, bend through the knee. Exhale, draw the knee into the heart space. Let's step it through, ground the left knee down. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Let's come into a low lunge. Send the shoulders down away from the ears. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, come on back. Hamstring stretch. We start to lengthen through the right leg. Option to take your hands onto the earth. Inhale, come on forward. Sweep your hands to the sky. And then exhale, come on back. Hamstring stretch. Inhale, come on up, low lunge. Stay here with your legs. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. And then inhale, spread across the heart space. Exhale, ground the left hand, reach the right hand toward the sky, find a twist. Option here to tuck the back toes and lift that knee off the earth. Exhale, ground the hand, breathe right leg to the sky. And lower it on down, downward facing dog. Now a couple of options here. You can stay here where you are in your downward facing dog, or travel through another flow with me, coming forward, shoulders over wrists, lowering the knees, coming all the way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, find your baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, journey back, downward facing dog. Next inhale, take the left leg to the sky. Bend through the knee if you did on the other side. And then exhale, draw the knee into the heart space. Lightly step it through. Could take you a couple of steps to get there, that's okay. And we take the right knee down onto the earth. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, sink the shoulders down. Breathe into your low lunge, opening into the right hip flexor. Next exhale, send the hips back, draw the toes back, find your Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, come on forward, sweep to the sky. Exhale, come on back. Remember, you can ground your hands here. Inhale, lift hands to sky. Exhale, keep your legs where they are. Interlace your hands behind your back. And inhale, spread across the heart space. Exhale, right hand grounds. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Remember the option to tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Well done. Exhale, ground your hand. Breathe that leg sky high. And lower it on down. Let's travel through a flow together, yogis, nice and mindfully. Follow your breath. So on the exhale, we come on down. And then we follow the inhale up. Baby cobra, maybe up dog if you're there. And we follow the exhale down and back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's bend into the knees from here, gaze between the hands, step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold on down. Brush and reach your hands, lift them to the sky. And exhale, draw your hands into the heart space. In this moment here, send some awareness, some energy to a person in your life right now who may be struggling from mental illness. Or maybe someone that pops into your mind right away that you know just needs some love and energy sent their way. Maybe you don't know the reason, but they're popping into your mind for a reason. So let's send them a little bit of love. And then when you're ready, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, spread across the heart space. Exhale, bend deep into the knees. Start to fold the belly over the thighs and let the hands drop out behind the head. They could be out behind the head, or they might even stay out the lower back, whatever feels better for you. A nice deep breath in here. Then gently release your hands down toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold on down. And ground the hands, step or float the feet back. Let's travel through our flow. Now you might come through a full chaturanga, or you might lower the knees as we did earlier. If you're coming through the full chaturanga, keep your knees lifted. Exhale as you come halfway down. Inhale as you come on up into your upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And follow the exhale back. So always following the breath, right? Letting the breath lead the way. Next, inhale, take your right leg sky high. Exhale, heart space. And let's step it through. Come into our warrior one. So we bend deep into the right knee. Reach the hands to the sky. And let the shoulders come on down. Interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, spread across the heart space. Exhale, fold on forward. And your gaze going out toward the back of the room or toward the back heel, humble warrior. Next inhale, come on up, open your hands to the sky. And let's find warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. So front heel to back arch alignment or thereabouts. Gazing over the front middle finger. Let's turn the palm, sweep the sky, reverse our warrior two. And then come over, find side angle. So the right arm comes to the right leg, left arm reaching overhead. So we're yawning the side body open. And let's come back to warrior two. Hands come to the hips. Let's swivel the right foot in. So our feet now are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Hands to hips. Heart space lifts. Exhale, fold on forward. Find your wide-legged forward fold. And here, you may interlace the hands like we have been doing. Open across the heart space. You could keep them at the heart, or you could bring them down onto the earth. Couple of deep breaths, lengthening through the hamstrings, through the whole back side of the body. Notice if you're tipping your weight forward into your big toes or the balls of the feet, or if you're going right back into the heels. Can you spread the weight evenly across the soles of your feet? Next, inhale, come up halfway. Take your hands onto your hips. Exhale here. And then inhale, come all the way up. Let's come into warrior two. Left side bending this time. So you're facing the opposite end of the mat. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Turn the front palm. Let's sweep the sky. Reverse our warrior. And then windmill over. Find your side angle. Right arm reaching forward. Inhale, come on up, warrior two. Then reach your hands to the sky, swivel the back foot around. Let's find our warrior one. So your back foot now is on an angle, maybe about 45 degrees or somewhere like that. Front toes are pointing forward, hips are squaring off toward the front of the mat. Let's interlace the hands now. Inhale, spread across the heart space. Exhale, fold on forward, find your humble warrior. Opening across the heart space, creating as much space there as possible, coming back to the steady breath. Each breath out, letting go of anything that's taking you away from the here and now. And each breath in, breathing in that fresh oxygen, new opportunity for positive thoughts, an opportunity to Send love to that one person that's popping into your mind in this moment, or perhaps to yourself. Inhale, lift on up, find your warrior one. Exhale, let's ground the hands, step the left foot back, travel through our flow if you wish, or go back into downward facing dog. Child pose is there at any time. Let the breath guide you, always. Downward facing dog. Nice deep breath into the belly. Long, slow breath out. Next inhale, take the left leg to the sky. Exhale, hover the knee beneath the heart space and then step it through. Walk the hands around to the right hand side of the mat so you're facing the same side where we were just before. Draw the hands to the heart space. Inhale halfway. Exhale here. I said heart space, but I meant hips, but heart space is fine as well. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Well done. Then shuffle the feet in toward one another. Heel toe. And we draw the hands into the heart space. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. And then a long breath out. Well done. You may stay here, standing stillness in Tadasana with your hands either side of the body. You may close down through the eyes and just allow yourself to stand tall here. Sometimes finding stillness is even more challenging than moving. Just recognize what you need in this moment here and either stay here in Tadasana or come with me into some balancing postures. So we draw the hands into the heart space, open up the eyes. Inhale, lift the left leg up, knee is bent. And then draw the ankle across the standing leg and start to sink the hips down. So we're coming into standing figure 4 here. If you would prefer not to work into the hips today, but to take a quad stretch, the upper thigh, you can hug the knee in behind you. So drawing the heel in toward the body. Not the knee, the heel. Losing my mind, losing my words. Not being very mindful is what I was going to say with my words. So you're either in your standing figure 4 or you're in your quad stretch. If you're in your figure 4, you might come down a little lower by sinking the hips. You might let the elbows come onto the leg. Hands could come down toward the earth. You might even come into an arm balance if that's usually in your practice and you feel prepared for it today. And if you're in your quad stretch and you're wobbling around, you've got a little bit of an ankle dance happening, that's a good thing. It means you're strengthening the muscles in the foot and the ankle. And remember, any time we fall out here in our balances, it's an opportunity to try again without judgment, without self-criticism. Inhale, come all the way up. Well done. Exhale, place that foot on the earth. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Big exhale, bend through the knees, let the arms come either side of the body. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, let it go. Third round, breathing up. Exhale. Well done. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, draw the hands into the heart. Nicely done. Inhale, lift the right leg up this time. Knee is bent, toes are flexed. Choose to either take the heel out behind the body or to bring the ankle across the standing leg. So what do you want to work into today? Do you want to work into the hips or would you prefer a nice stretch through the front of the right thigh? Maybe you'd prefer to stay still in Tadasana. See what works for you. Tailor this practice to suit you today. Try to let go of forcing and pushing and just allow whatever wants to happen, happen. So there's a mindfulness challenge happening on Alive Yogi Instagram today. Today is day 3 of that mindfulness challenge, and it's all about being giving, which could also be translated to kindness or ahimsa in yoga's ethical guidelines. I think you've already taken a great step today by rolling out your mat and dedicating this time to yourself, giving yourself time, perhaps the most important gift you can give yourself. Inhale, come on up. Well done. Gently release your foot down to the earth. Inhale, breathe your hands to the sky. Exhale, big breath out, bend the knees. Well done. Inhale, come on up. Let it go. Third round, breathing up. Big exhale. Well done. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, draw them into the heart space. Step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the hands back to the sky. Well done. Exhale, fold on forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, step or float the feet back. Let's travel through our flow together. Follow the exhale down, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, roll on up, squeeze the shoulders in toward one another, shoulder blades. Exhale, tuck the toes, travel back, downward facing dog. Well done. Bring your knees down onto the earth now. Walk the hands back so the toes are tucked here. And we're coming to rest our sitting bones above the heels. Now, stay there for as long as you like. We're going to move through some neck stretches, but if at any time it gets too much on the feet, just untuck the toes and then come to rest on the heels. You can also spin around onto your sitting bones if you'd prefer. All right, let's take the right hand out by the side of the body. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Take a hold of the ear and then start to draw the head down toward the shoulder. So nice length that's happening through the side of the neck here. Now just notice if you went to hold your breath there, if this is strong for you. See if you can come back to that nice steady breath, encouraging the breath all the way down into the belly. Gently release the hand. Inhale, take your gaze up to the sky. And exhale all the way down to the belly. Inhale, back up through center. Well done. Switch on over. Take hold of the ear. Start to draw the head down toward the shoulder. Remember, you can untuck your toes at any time. I'm untucking mine now. So you've given yourself this time today, one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, time. And you've also given yourself space. And you've given yourself a 45-minute yoga practice, which is pretty special and can be rare these days to have that time and that space for ourselves. Gently release the hand. Inhale, take your gaze to the sky. And then all the way down into the belly. Well done. Back up through center. Let's come around onto our sitting bones from here. Now grab your strap if you've got one. No worries if you don't. If you've got a belt or a scarf or something handy, which could act like a strap, then you could grab that. But again, no worries. You don't need any prop if you don't have one close by. Take your hands out in front. Let's come all the way down onto the back. Let the hands keep going up above the head. Lengthen out through the legs. Stretch from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the heart space. Take a little rock, a little sway side to side. Right knee drawn into the heart space. Let's extend the left leg long. Just start to make some ankle rotations here. So now you've given yourself this time and this space. Maybe you can go into your day after this practice and practice the act of giving to someone else. So it doesn't have to be a material item. Maybe you give someone a little bit of your time. Maybe you call someone, maybe someone who pops into your mind right now. Maybe you call them, connect with them, let them know that you're here for them. Maybe you give someone a smile. Sometimes smiling at a stranger can absolutely change their day. As you exhale, switch the legs over, draw the left one in, right leg long, ankle rotations on this side. Maybe simply by being there for someone, that could be on the phone, it may be going to their house if you live close by or in the area. Exhale, hug the knees into the heart space. Maybe it's having a cup of tea or coffee with someone. Maybe it's a simple text message, letting them know that you're thinking of them. Take your peace symbol fingers around your big toes. Let's open the knees wide, come into happy baby pose. So tailbone is drawing down here, head and shoulders are grounded. And you can take a hold of the shins or you can take a hold of the ankles as well. So it's all about spending this time here, filling yourself up, this 45-minute practice, focusing on yourself, on your body, your mind. And then it's about taking a little bit of that energy that you've just gained from this practice and giving it to someone else that you know needs it. And in doing that, you'll find that you fill yourself up even more too. So you might be taking a little rock or a little sway from side to side like I am, or you might be totally in stillness. And if you're enjoying this hip opening posture, this is where you can stay. If you'd like to come with me into a hamstring stretch, ground the left foot, wrap your strap or whatever prop you have around the right foot. And if you don't have a prop, no worries. Just push the sole of your right foot up toward the sky. Take a hold of the back of the right leg. And your hands here are your prop, right? So if you've got the strap, start drawing the foot down toward the face by holding on to the strap. If you're holding on to the leg, do the same thing. Just encourage the foot down toward the face by a little bit of pressure and support on the back of the leg. Now working with the breath here. So each inhale, pushing the heel up and away. And each exhale, toes drawing down a little closer to the face. Time to switch legs from here. So place the left foot in the prop. Take the sole of the right foot down onto the earth and then follow the breath pattern. So each inhale pushing up and away, each exhale drawing on in. Gently releasing, taking the prop off to the side of the mat if you've still got that one, hugging the knees into the heart space, a little sway from side to side. We'll travel through a flowing bridge from here. So feet come down onto the earth. Remove your ponytail if you've got that one, if it's pushing into the back of your head. Make sure your head is nice and comfortable. Gaze up toward the sky for the safety of the neck. I'll do a demo if you'd like to skip the first one and just watch me so that your neck is nice and safe. The feet are grounding, and then on the inhale, we push into the feet, lift the hips and the hands up. So your hands reach out beyond the head, hips lift to the sky. And then on the exhale, we come back down, bringing the hips and the hands back down toward the earth. So coming with me, grounding the feet. Inhale, lifting the hips, lifting the hands. Exhale, coming on down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. One last time, inhale up. Exhale. Nicely done. Hug the hands into the body, the legs into the body with the hands. A little sway side to side. And from here, one last inversion. So you could lift your legs straight up in the air. You might have a cushion, you could have a block or a bolster nearby, in which case you could ground into the feet, lift the hips up and place the prop beneath the tailbone, the sacrum, and then lift your legs up in the air. So it just gives you a little extra support, means that you have to keep your legs up there with a little less effort, which is what we're going for in our inversion practice for today. If you prefer, you could come back into bridge pose where we just were. We came through a flowing bridge with the arms. We can leave the arms out of it. Another nice option is to scoot the hips over to the wall, take your legs up the wall, come into Viparita Karani. And just notice here with your legs lifted, breath is encouraged to come back into its natural flow state, and some gentle shifts in sensation in the legs here, the longer they stay lifted. So just become really in tune with your legs and your feet here. Notice how they feel in this very moment. And then just observe any changes that you feel over the next few breaths. And again, coming back to the breath. So each exhale, letting go of anything that's not serving you in this moment. Each inhale, coming back to the here and now. Noticing the breath travel in through the nose. Noticing it journey all the way down to the belly. And all the way back out. And then when you're ready, just slowly bending the knees, lowering your feet down onto the earth. Removing any prop that you may be using here and extending out through the legs, letting the hands come either side of the body. So we move into Shavasana, our final resting pose. And here, the hands come out either side of the body, palms facing to the sky. Breath is back into its natural flow state now. And we allow this time here for stillness, for quiet. We allow the body to completely relax, the mind to become a little softer. We invite a clearing out of anything that's taking you away from lifting yourself, lifting your spirit. And we invite a sense of lightness to the mind space. We acknowledge ourselves for working on self-improvement, be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And then when you're ready to start to journey back, just make a little bit of movement in the fingers and toes, hands and feet. Stretch your arms up above your head, lengthen out from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then roll on over to your preferred side. And just notice if you feel any different now from when you started the practice in the body, mind, breath awareness. And then come on up, meet me in a comfortable seat. We draw hands into the heart space here. Thank you so much for joining me on Alive Yogi today in this very important week Queensland mental health awareness. And just like this shirt here that I'm wearing says, living, it ain't weak to speak. Please remember that. There are so many people out there, near and far, who are there for you. If you are struggling at all with mental illness, please just reach out and talk to someone. If you know that there's someone in your life that's struggling, please reach out to them. As I said before, maybe it's a phone call, maybe it's turning up at their house, maybe it's going for coffee, simple text message, anything to let them know that you're there for them. The goodness and light in me honors and salutes the goodness and light in you. Thank you again for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your week, the rest of your day. I hope to see you online here again soon. And please jump over to our Instagram. It's @AliveYogi to check out all of the information on there that we've got happening for the Mindfulness Challenge this week, all around mindfulness and mental health. There's giveaways each day as well. And let anyone know that you may have in your life who you think might need some yoga in their life, whether they're struggling with mental illness or not. We have a 30-day free trial happening at the moment, so you just have to jump on our homepage, sign up for the free trial, and they'll get access to all of the live classes and the library for 30 days. So that could be your gift today, to tell someone about Alive Yogi and all the goodness that yoga can bring to your life. That's all from me today. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.